Hey, awesome agents, it's Brandon here from Property Agent, and I'm coming to you today in this video to talk to you about motivation. Now, I've had over 800 consultations with real estate agents and agency owners over the course of the last 2 years, and motivation is a topic that comes up again and again and again. And the question that I often get is, how do I stay motivated? How do I continue to have the high energy that I need every single day to be able to hit the targets that I want to hit? And interestingly enough, the answer is not what most people expect, which is we've always heard the saying that you need to have high levels of energy, and irrespective of the levels of energy that you have and the motivation that you have, you need to just work every day, and you need to put in the time, the energy, the effort to go and get the results that you're after. Now, the problem with that is that it's really, really difficult because there is a thing called life that gets in the way, that happens all the time, and we experience life in different ways, internally, externally, our environment. There's always things that are happening inside here and outside around us, and we have to make sure that no matter what happens, we've always got our processes in place that allow things to happen irrespective of what is happening in our life and what is happening up here. So the answer to the question of how do I have more motivation, how do I have more energy, I don't know. I'm not a specialist when it comes to energy maxing. It's a term that I've heard time and time again on the internet. Energy maxing. I am here to simply talk to you about what I know works based on my experience, based on helping many others in similar situations where they're constantly bogged down and they have lack of energy, lack of motivation to continue, or they have off days. Everybody's allowed an off day. Don't put that pressure on yourself. It's an unrealistic expectation to think that you can perform at peak capacity every single day. So don't allow yourself to have the belief that you must be perfect every single day, and you must be motivated, and you must be ready to go and hit the ground running every time you put your feet on the floor first thing in the morning. So the answer to the question is, instead of focusing on motivation, focus on processes, focus on automations, focus on ensuring that no matter what happens to you during the day, no matter what happens day by day, is that you've got processes in place. The frame that you take, the lens that you look through is, what activities drive growth? What activities produce an outcome every day? What are my roles in my business? Is it lead generation? Is it prospecting, marketing? Is it client satisfaction and management? Is it reporting? What am I focusing on, and what am I doing in my business and real estate? And realizing that the majority of the things that produce an outcome can be, to a degree, they can be process driven, and they can be automated as well. And so if there are things that you need to do on a day-to-day basis that produce an outcome that's going to allow you to stay at the level that you are or grow, look to do as much as you possibly can in that particular area of your business to automate those processes, so that no matter what happens, no matter where you are, if you're sitting on a beach sipping a pina colada, or if you're sick, or if your kids need your help because they're not feeling well and you have to have the day off, that things are still done without you. And this is one of the biggest learnings that I had in my business over the past decade plus, was I felt like I needed to be at peak performance all the time, and that just led to not too greater thoughts, is what I'm going to say. It certainly doesn't get you into the right space of mind and right headspace, and it's not a healthy dynamic in your business for you to feel as though you have to be at 100% every single day, because the reality is that you're not going to be motivated to achieve your goals to the same level every single day. But the biggest difference that you can make in your business, and one of the biggest insights that I can give, is sit down, go through your business, identify what it is that you do, what are your core contributors that you provide to the business, what is it that moves the needle that you do on a day-to-day basis, and look to see how much you can potentially either, one, outsource, or two, systemize those activities, so that no matter what happens in your business, those things are being done, those things are being run. And if you decide to have a day off, you know that you're still staying at a particular level, and when you're on and you're back, then the business will continue to grow, or it can even grow while you're not there, which is the ideal scenario. Because the real estate roller coaster comes about through lack of motivation, and a business that is run based on motivation, not systems and processes. So you don't need to have the lows, you can have those consistent levels, and then you can experience that consistent upward trend in your business as well. So biggest factors, biggest feedback is, don't have unrealistic expectations on yourself. Don't feel as though you have to achieve peak physical, mental state every single day in motivation in your business. It's an unrealistic expectation. We are all human. But make sure that in order to combat the days that we know that are likely to happen over the course of a year, where we're not going to be at peak performance, make sure that we are systemizing our business and we are removing ourselves from the process as much as possible. Then what happens is, two things happen here is, one, you're going to feel a heck of a lot better. and you're going to forgive yourself on days in which you're not able to do what you know you need to do because things are already being done. And at the very least, the business is staying where it is. And then when you're back into it tomorrow, the business will continue to grow. Or again, it's growing while you're not there. But what also happens is you free up time. Because you become process driven, you realize that there are inefficiencies in your business and you automate things that could have been automated historically so that they are already done even when you are in the business. So if you're working today and those things are being done for you, you're no longer having to do them because they're automated, which means you've got more time, which means you can do one of two things: either double down and do more work in business and find something else to do that's going to allow you to grow and reach your targets and your goals, or two, have a wonderful life. Spend more time with your family, your friends, or doing things that you're passionate about and that you enjoy. So the biggest takeaways: don't have unrealistic expectations on yourself. Make sure that you have processes in place that allow you to succeed, even if you've got a day in which you're not highly motivated, and watch your business grow. It doesn't matter if you're not there. There's a big belief that you have to be present, that you have to be there in the office with the people to contribute value. Don't attach value to proximity, to you being in the office. Attach value to productivity and things being done. So if you're spending 4 hours in the office because you've been productive, because of these new automations in your business, and you decide that you want to work the other half of the day from home, absolutely go ahead and do it. Don't feel guilty that you can't, because, and this is a bit of an add-on to this motivation conversation, but ultimately what you're doing is you're proving that your value is in, your contribution is in the growth of the business and what you're applying and what you're contributing towards the business as well. So I will see you in the next video, awesome people, and take care.